Nobody makes you laugh as much as Rowan Atkinson, but here are the moments no one has told you about.
It was a true story, and a friend of mine told it. And talk about toilet humour, which we like a great deal, and which you like sometimes.
Nothing like a good toilet
and it was, and there's a bit of it in the Bean movie, actually, but not too much. But anyway, it was this story of a friend of mine who went to a party, a housewarming party. This house had just been built, and he'd been invited to it, and he was late. He'd stayed late at work, and he was rushing to this party. He arrived at the party and suddenly realised this is the ultimate toilet joke. But don't retune, please. That he arrived at this party and he said he was desperate to go to the toilet, and in quite a big way he needed to go to the toilet. So he went and he came and he burst in the front door of the house, and there was a door by the front door, and he opened that door, and sure enough it was a toilet. And there was a toilet, and he closed the door and he locked it and he sat down and he relieved himself in the way that that he needed to relieve himself. And he felt much better for it. And then he realized that the house had not actually been quite completed. And that the toilet was not actually connected. There was no water going in, and there was no drainage coming out. And he'd left this significant calling card of his own. And he sat there, and then he realized that it wasn't, in fact, it wasn't, it was a little office, it was a little study that they just dropped the toilet. It wasn't supposed to be a toilet at all. And because it wasn't supposed to be a toilet, there was no toilet paper. And he was started thinking, what the hell am I going to do? And he rummaged around it in his briefcase, and he found some writing paper lying at the bottom of his briefcase, which is about the right size, It's the right sort of paper. So he used the writing paper as you would wish to use toilet paper, and then he suddenly realized that it was his headed notepaper that he'd used. It had his name, Richard Steiner, written across the top, and he left the paper on top of what he left in the toilet. And it was this fantastic way that it was the least anonymous way you could have committed this heinous social crime. And he picked up his briefcase and he ran out of the house. And he didn't need to send a thank you letter because, he left it. In effect, he left his identity. But I thought, Jimmy, if this doesn't end up in a movie or a TV show, it would be very sad.
Could this be how Rowan will pass down his inheritance to his children and grandchildren when he's old?
We are here to read the last will and testament of Franklin, son Xavier Leland.
Everyone wants to seem cool and collected on a first date. Rowan promises to teach you exactly that, then spends the whole bit failing his own lesson.
The first crucial step is having arranged to pick up your date and not to look like a complete idiot when she opens the door. Next is receiving the bill. This is a very important moment. You must be sure not to lose your cool. This is right. This is wrong.
And his name is Mr. Bean. Come in, Mr. Bean.
Which one are you going to do the choosing? Where you're going
Mick, please.
Okay.
This is it. A night in an English country hotel.
What would you do if you forgot the lyrics while singing on stage?
Boom, 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 pa, pa. Berlin, Hamburg, Schumacher.
But what a delightful object it is that John has won. Although, I'm sure I will very soon receive one myself when I next buy 10 gallons of petrol at a Texaco filling station.
Is this an alien from Star Wars?
Secondly, die schreckliche Kartoffelkopf. Anthony Wedgwood Trabati. Should have carted off to the funny farm at once. Thirdly, the Barbican Centre within 5 years. And fourthly, beware the one who calls himself Terry Wogan. He is a Zilon from the planet Tharg, and cannot be trusted. In hell.
Do you know what a mute person looks like when they sing?
Dick never complained about his afflictions, did he? Well, he couldn't. He was dumb.
If you've ever sat across from Rowan Atkinson on a train and done absolutely nothing interesting, there's a real chance you're already a character in one of his sketches.
From the cliche that, truth is stranger than fiction, and actually just the way, the person sitting opposite you on the train behaves, like a demonstration of a very ordinary, very inoffensive person doing nothing, but somehow being funny, aren't it? So he stands up, and he's standing up, and he sits down. It's just that kind of thing. It's strange.
Got a bit of a squeaky chair.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear, I seem to be stuck. No, just joking. All right, I'll sit here.
Oh.
You've got some very squeaky chairs in here.
Well, I'll,
Can we
please.
have another chair, please? Actually, it's quite nice that it's
This is hell. And I am the devil. Good evening. But for now, I'm going to have to divide you up into groups. If that's okay. Can you hear me at the rack? Now, murderers. Murderers. Over here, please. Thank you very much indeed. Looters and pillagers, over here, please. Thieves, if you could join us. And lawyers, you're in that. Come down there.
Now, this song is in fact dedicated to Norma Jean Baker.
Marilyn Monroe.
My big question is this. Surely, you wouldn't have had to wait till